a small discussion on goods and services to finish it out from before lunch. And then we will get to our last word. And I want to try and get to this demonstration I want to do with you all. So stay focused and we'll get through it. So if you remember from the passage we read, there were some examples of goods and services provided to these miners. Can any of you identify or do you remember from the passage what these goods and services were? Caden Lawson?
They had to use gold for clothing, like they spend their gold for clothing so they can work on it.
Okay, so clothing was one of the goods provided. Now, it said a man by the name of Levi Strauss is the one who made them from a material called denim. What do we still wear today that's made of denim? Jeans. Blue jeans are made of denim. And they were made by the man, Levi Strauss. Now, why does that sound familiar and why does that relate to blue jeans? Can anyone name one? Marissa?
There's a jean company called Levi.
Exactly. There's a jean company that's called Levi. The brand Levi makes jeans, and that company was named after this man, Levi Strauss, who created one of the first pairs of blue jeans for these miners in 1949. Because think about blue jeans compared to like sweatpants or other like thinner pants like Aaron's track leggings. Aren't jeans a little bit thicker? They're a little bit more durable. They hold up better. So the miners were constantly on their knees every day down here digging in the water. So they had to have material that was strong enough and would protect their knees from the rough ground and rocks they were kneeling on every day. So Levi Strauss created those for them. Does anyone else have an example of a good or service provided to these men or even women?
When they found gold, they became rich because gold was worth a lot.
Okay, but yes, they found gold, but what were the goods and services provided to them while they were searching for gold or that they needed to find gold? Connor? Okay, they were provided with tools. Those tools were goods as well. What kind of tools have we said they used? Kaylee?
Pans and knives.
They used pans and they used knives. They use like a sifter. There's kind of an image of it on the cover of this, what they called a trough that ran the water and dirt through. Taylor? A slough? Yeah, that was kind of a machine like this where they would pour their dirt and rocks into it and then water over top of it to help sift the gold out. And Alyssa, what other tools did they use?
I think a plate is a seal.
Yes, they had to use plates or pans to collect that. Okay, and it did mention one service in here that was provided to them. Does anyone remember or can they find it in the passage? The service that was provided. AJ?
I was going to ask you, what happens if they lose their gold?
If they lost their gold, well,
They lost
their money. So, I mean, sometimes they might have lost it, but I'm pretty sure they probably took good care of it so they could go, yeah.
Where do they lose it?
I mean, if they were to drop it, then someone else would find it, and then that would be that person's gold. But what was the service that was provided to them, Connor? Entertainment. They had entertainers. It said the miners needed entertaining, so singers, dancers, and actors began their careers in the area. And then, how many of you have heard the song, Oh, Susanna? Do any of you recognize that song? Oh, Susanna, now don't you cry for me.
Yeah, I know.
I would come, or I can't remember the words now. But that's the song they're talking about. And it has become more popular, and it's a folk song now that people still sing today. But then the article, or the passage says that California is still a major industry for entertainment. That's where a lot of actors move to try and get their big break. So that service was started in California, and it still continues there today. All right, and our last vocab word for today is opportunity cost. Here, I'll raise that up so the people in the back can see. Opportunity cost. This is what you are sacrificing in order to do or gain something else. So for example, you decide to go to the movies. Your opportunity cost would be the money that you could have saved. So if you wouldn't have gone to the movies, you would have saved that money, or the time you could have used to do other things besides go to the movie. So opportunity cost is what you're sacrificing or giving up in order to gain or do something else.
Do we have to put examples?
I'd like for you to put examples so when we look back at this, you guys can remember.
Is it kind of like needs and wants, kind of like that? Like when you said about the movies, like when you have to, yeah, it's kind of like needs and wants.
It's similar. Okay, Alyssa asked, is it kind of like needs and wants? Yes. Sometimes a want is your opportunity cost for a need. So I make so much money in a month, and I have certain needs that I have to pay. I have certain bills. I have student loans I have to pay. I have, let's see, my cell phone bill I have to pay. I have to get gas. There are things I have to have, which those are my needs. So sometimes my wants are my opportunity costs. I have to sacrifice some of the things I want because I have to pay for the things that I need. So that was a good connection.
What's the opportunity? Goods and services.
What?
Goods and services.
Goods and services is right here.
I didn't get it.
It's right here. Goods and services. A good is a material object provided to a person. An example would be clothing, food, or cars. And a service is an action someone does for someone else. An example is a haircut, a doctor visit, or entertainment. Okay, does anyone else have examples of maybe an opportunity cost you guys have had to experience or do? Nathan?
Like for your birthday, you have to spend money to get. My mom has to give up her money to get you presents. I see that.
Okay, so she's spending her money to buy you your birthday present. What would her opportunity cost be then? What is she giving up or sacrificing?
All her money.
Okay, so the money she could have been saving, she's using it to spend on your birthday. Okay, so her opportunity cost is the money that she could be saving. Another example, Aaron?
I don't know if this would be one, but like sometimes we go some places and I ask my mom if we can get it, except like she says like you can pay with it with your own money. I don't think that would.
Okay, you still have an opportunity cost, so if you do end up buying it, it's similar to Nathan's. If you want something bad enough, you are willing to give up your money. But yeah, that would fall more under wants and needs. Shania.
I wanted to get a charm bracelet and I went to the mall with my mom, but I forgot to return it.
So you had to pay that fee. Okay, that's a very good example that you brought with you or you earned from mining gold to buy new materials and new things to mine for more gold. Good one, Mark. Marissa.
I don't know if this would be one, but like, how they said in the passage, some of them, wait, no, it was in there, in the video, some of them had to sacrifice their family.
Okay, so they had to sacrifice their family. Elaborate on that. What did they have to do? Where?
They had to leave their family, well, most of the young men had to leave their family to go to school.
Okay, so she said in the video, it talked about how a lot of young men especially sacrificed their family. They left their family to go to California for their opportunity to become rich and mine for gold. That's a good one. So their opportunity cost was the time with their family. Alyssa.
This is probably going to be like weird, but I was going to say, like, for like entertainment and stuff like that, they could have saved up their money or like have to pay for
said if it cost any money that instead of going to the entertainment, coming to California because I want to mine for gold. I don't have a lot of money to start with, but I also don't have any tools or supplies that I need to start mining for gold yet. So I have to buy them. I have to use what money I have to buy them. So I have to buy maybe a pan or a sifter to sift through my dirt so I can find my gold. And maybe... Okay, who wants to share? We're going to share a couple because then we have a short